Welcome to the Season 11 Summer Transfer Special here on Dog Turds into Diamonds. We are gearing up for our second season in League One, and I am very, very confident of a promotion push. Now, before we start, the neighbours are doing some work, so there might be a bit of banging as we have had in the past, but we'll see what happens. Let's get into this. There's a lot to talk about, actually. As you know, we finished 8th in League One. It is the best ever finish by the Rushden and Diamonds club. The original Rushden and Diamonds FC had one season in League One back in the day, finished 22nd. So we have bettered that achievement by finishing 8th and staying in the division. Like we said in the last episode, even though we had a horrific second half of the season, we only won, I think, 3 games since January 2031. So in theory, we're not doing very well, but I kind of feel confident about how we were playing and how we got some better performances out of the side to finish the season in the last 3 games. 2 wins and a draw in the last 3 games. And the draw was away at Birmingham, who finished 3rd as well. So, I mean, I feel like in terms of the strength of the squad and how we finished the season, how we tweaked things around, I feel like there's every reason to be confident. As you can see here, Huddersfield and Rotherham went up automatically. Portsmouth went up through the playoffs. They had a really good second half of the season and pulled it out in the playoffs. They are back into the Championship. It means there are some big teams staying down. Hull are still there. Birmingham are still there, which is absolutely huge. Who else is still in League One for next season? There's Blackpool, there's Coventry. There are some very big sides. Cardiff, incredibly, have been relegated to League Two. That is pretty huge, isn't it? Cardiff are down to League Two. I have had a look at some of their players, but they're all so well paid. There's no way I can afford any of their top players. But yeah, that's how things are looking. And the other thing, if we look at the tables and we move up to the Championship, Crystal Palace have gone up to the Premier League in the playoffs there. But if we look at their league table, look at this. Nottingham Forest, who offered us a job a few years ago, I think it was 3 seasons ago. Nottingham Forest have been relegated to League One. So we have got 2 absolute giants in League One with us for next season. Nottingham Forest and Birmingham. Peterborough and Lincoln, maybe I'm not overly worried about them. But Nottingham Forest and Birmingham have got to be the 2 major favourites for promotion next season. So automatic promotion could be a real challenge. Fulham and Norwich getting promoted to the Premier League as well. That's interesting. And in the Premier League there, Chelsea are the champions. Erling Haaland's Chelsea. Liverpool have missed out on the Champions League. Arsenal and Newcastle. Newcastle now really established as one of the big English teams after 10 years of this save. Watford, Bournemouth and Frank Lampard's Sunderland being relegated. Is Frank Lampard still the manager? Let's have a look. Has he kept his job? He has not. Eddie Howe is now the Sunderland manager. Poor old Frank Lampard. Got them up from League One and the Championship, and he is now... Is he out of a job or has he gone somewhere else? Let's have a look. I am actually planning to do a roundup of everything that's going on in England and Europe. I haven't done it for 3 or 4 seasons. He's now manager of Bournemouth. All right. Okay, well done, Frank. Well, at least you're still in a job. But he's gone down with Bournemouth as well. So he's going to be back in the Championship. The financial situation, we've got nearly £500,000 in the bank, which is not too bad. Not too bad. We got about 750,000 solidarity payment. We had to pay out, I think, about 350,000 to the squad for their achievements last season. So we got nearly £500,000 in the bank, which is not too bad. If we can sell Igor Luiz for a few million, then that would really sort us out. Now, looking at the way the transfer window is going to be for us, I just want to fill you in here. I feel like we're in a pretty good place. I'll show you everything that's been going on. Now, this is the starting 11 as I see it. I feel like I'm looking for a real top quality right winger and a really top quality number 10. But other than that, I think we've got the basis of a really, really good team for next season. I feel like we are in a really good place. Now, I've renewed Callum Simpson's loan from West Brom. The West Brom man is staying with us for another season. And he is not costing us anything, which is fantastic. One of the best players in League One. He is now going to start playing his third season with us. So I'm really, really pleased, even though he's not our player anymore, to have him for another season. And if West Brom continue to be a Premier League team, it might even be that if we can get up, he might even be a player we can keep hold of in the Championship. Also, we have confirmed Ryan Donaldson's loan for next season from Fulham. 9 in 14 he had for us in the second half of the season. I think this is a player with massive potential. I think he can be the striker that can fire us into the Championship. Hopefully this season his mentals can improve, because technically with that dribbling and finishing and a decent bit of passing and his physical attributes, I think he is absolutely nailed on to be a top scorer contender in League One next season. Really pleased to have him in. He's costing him £900 a week, not going to break the bank. And I also confirmed for another season. Why has that just paused there? What are we doing? I have also confirmed Gabriel Adiemo's loan from Sunderland. Again, he's not costing us anything at all. The 18-year-old Nigerian defensive midfielder. I think he's a cracking squad player for next season, and that is fantastic. I forgot to mention on the finances, we are currently spending 30,000 a week on wages. The new wage budget is 46,000 a week. We've got about 16,000 to play with. And with some new signings coming in, that goes down to about 13. But 13,000 spare on the wage budget, considering that I'm only looking for a couple of first team players and perhaps a backup right back. I think we look really well set. I think I'm looking for 3, maybe 4 players to really round out the squad. So 13,000 spare to do that, I think is absolutely top notch. How do I see this transfer window going? I think we're in 3 phases again. Right now, I'm looking at players that are available to sign on a free right now. We have got about 80,000 to spend if we want on transfers. But in the free market, there are a lot of players available. I think that's stage 1. Stage 2 is when we get to the 1st of July, when a lot of players that would still require paying a compensation fee to get hold of. The 1st of July, if they leave their clubs, they then become available for nothing. That will be phase 2. And then phase 3 is looking at loans. I think we have got, now that we're established in League One, I think we've got a better chance of getting hold of some top level players in the loan market. And I've got my eye on a couple. I will show them to you now. If we go down, let's have a look back to the league table. If we go down here to Oldham, who finished 17th in the end, our friend Doherty, who is on loan from Middlesbrough, on the 1st of July, he should be back at Middlesbrough and available as we get another pause. Let's just have a look at how Doherty did for Oldham, a team that were fighting against relegation. He got 2 in 6, didn't set the world alight maybe. I'm going to scout him again. We already know he's got 16 finishing, and I think, is it 13 dribbling, something like that. He's pacey, he's got good acceleration. I think he is a very, very good striker. How much longer has he got on his contract at Middlesbrough? At the end of next season, he becomes a free agent. I'd love to get hold of him. He's had a couple of good seasons in League One and League Two. He's scored a few goals, almost 1 in 2. I think this is a guy who I would love to get hold of on loan this season. Hopefully when he leaves Oldham, he will then be more interested in coming to us than he was. And to round off, I'm going to go to Crewe here, which it's handy that Doherty was at Crewe. I'm going to show you this player here, Daly. Crewe have been promoted second place in League Two. They are a League One team for next season. But Paul Daly looks fantastic. He's just scored 20 goals for them in 40 league games. Wonderful dribbling ability, decent enough finishing, not brilliant finishing, but decent enough finishing and heading. But 17 first touch, and I think he's got 17 dribbling as well. He's brilliant off the ball, really good anticipation, 16 acceleration, 14 pace. This is another young player on loan from West Brom, who of course we have a nice connection with now, having sold Simpson to them and loaned Simpson back. I'm hoping that when he leaves Crewe, he will be interested in coming to us. I think if we can get Paul Daly, Doherty, and we already have, oh my goodness, I'm forgetting our top scorer's name, Donaldson. There you go. Ryan Donaldson, so important to us that I forgot his name. If I can get those three together and put them into this lineup, along with, of course, Chapman, we also have Ben House, Jack Nolan. Ben House I'll look to loan out, Joe Evans, and I've got this guy, John Campbell. He is on trial at the moment, but he is confirmed to join us on a free transfer from Arsenal. He is joining us. Look, he looks like a really good League One forward. He can play on the right wing, he can play as the attacking midfielder, or he can play as a central striker. He's got decent enough pace and acceleration, decent enough dribbling and first touch, decent passing and vision. He's good off the ball, brilliant composure. I think it's just a no-brainer to get this 20-year-old in on a free transfer. Absolutely fantastic. He has played once in the Premier League. A really good free transfer. So John Campbell is coming in for us. And that is not all. If I go to transfers, I'll show you what else we've got going on here. I've put a bid in for Danila Nechayev. He is a right back at Wigan. The Belarusian is available on a free transfer, and he looks really, really good for League One. Brilliant crossing, good dribbling. He's good at marking, good at tackling, got a decent long throw, good at passing, not bad mentally. If we just compare him to Mackenzie, who is leaving, Robbie Mackenzie, there you can see Danila Nechayev looks much the better player. They're the same technically, same mentally apparently, but physically Nechayev is a big improvement. So I've offered him a contract. Hopefully he'll accept 1,100 a week, another good deal. But as you can see here, I've got another couple of players confirmed to come in. Adam Concannon is being released by Aston Villa. He has accepted a contract with us. Looks a really good number 10 style playmaker. Can also play on the right, but I see him being a number 10. Really, really good mentally, good physically, good technicals. And if we compare him to, let's have a look. Where is he? Chinedo. Nonso Chinedo, who won the League One Goal of the Season award for that brilliant volley against Colchester. If we compare the two, Chinedo is apparently much better technically, but mentally they're the same, and physically Concannon is better. But I like that Concannon has a much better first touch, much better dribbling, the same passing, just about the same vision. He's a really good leader. They've actually got the same decisions. We've lost a little bit of scouting report on Concannon. I think actually when the scouting report comes in, Concannon is an 8 technically compared to Chinedu's 9. I think Concannon looks the better number 10. So I'm looking forward to getting him in. He's going to be earning, I can't remember how much I offered him now. He's certainly not breaking the bank. None of these are. And also Tom Fitzgerald from Stoke, who again is a number 10 option, who can also play central midfield. Brilliant first touch, great passing and vision, 14 and 14, great technique, makes decent decisions, well composed. He's perhaps won a little bit more for the future. I think I'm going to loan him out, but we've got him confirmed there, so those are 2 more deals. I'm just going to concentrate on the ins right now. If we look here, Max Burns, I've offered a contract to for 1,700 a week. I think I'm going to cancel it. If we look, I'm looking at him as a left winger coming in from Leeds. Mentally, he's fantastic, and he's got 15 passing and 14 vision. Looks really good. Physically, he's not the greatest in the world. I think I'm probably not going to go through with this. The 22-year-old, I think as a left wing option, I'm looking for someone much more as a winger. I've got Nolan that can play there, so maybe that one I'm not going to confirm. We've got Armeli Kamba coming in from Nottingham Forest on loan. You can't see all the details here. I have scouted him before, and I know he's sort of half decent. I'm going to see just how good a striker he is, but we might bin that one off. And Matt Bowles has rejected coming in on trial with us, but he looks like he's got a bit about him. I'm waiting for a scout report on him. And I've also offered a contract for 1,100 a week, Daniel Adu Ajay. Now, he looks a decent striker with his 14 finishing and 15 composure. Also 15 acceleration and 12 pace. 15 off the ball is fantastic. Again, technically doesn't offer much else. Mentally, not the best in terms of his teamwork, in terms of playing a pressing game. Again, I might bin this one off. I might not go through with it. But yeah, he has been playing the last few seasons for Wigan. Has not scored many goals, to be fair. His best ever season was for Gateshead in the Vanarama National League. Once again, not sure I'll go through with it, but it's an option. So those are the ins. And if we look on the outs, obviously we know Agyapong is leaving, and Varian and Danielson, but I've also accepted an offer here. I rejected £250,000 offers from Wigan, Peterborough and Ipswich, but I have accepted an offer for 220,000 plus a friendly, plus I think 25% of any future fee from MK Dons. I don't know if he's going to accept it, because it's not long since he accepted a new contract. He doesn't really want to leave, so I've got to wait and see what happens with Chinedu. But hopefully he will agree that move, and we'll get those £220,000 coming in from MK Dons. With Concannon coming in, I don't really have a use for Chinedu. He didn't set the world alight, so that's kind of where we are. So those are the deals that are kind of in the pipeline right now. And I want to kind of move on with this because we have been going for a little while. Lamine Sharif has, sorry, it wasn't Lamine Sharif. That was back in January. Anthony Dowling is out on loan at Gloucester. I'm probably not going to renew his contract. And Jabril Okadina has also moved to Ebbsfleet in League 2 on a £60,000 deal. He was unhappy that he wasn't played as a no-nonsense centre-back. He was complaining, so I've let him go. Absolutely no problem there. He has moved on to Ebbsfleet. And yeah, goodbye Jabril Okadina. We bought him in for nothing. We sold him for 60 grand. So I think that's quite a good deal, really. I think we will live with that. Now, what else has happened on the ins? Yeah, not much. Brian Byrne came in from Newcastle, the young midfielder, and Brian Nolan has come in, the central defender, released by Liverpool. So really happy with that. Bringing Brian Nolan in, I think, was my motive for not being worried about letting Okadina go. I think this 18-year-old Irish central defender is going to be an absolutely superb League One defender. So that's the situation there. Now, if I look at the shortlist. What else am I looking at? I'm going to show you. Well, do you know what? Yeah, I will show you these players here, as I'm actually converting a video, or I'm actually uploading a video to YouTube right now, the latest episode. I think that's why I'm getting one or two of these pauses when I switch between one area and another. So sorry about that, but here's the shortlist. There's a lot of really good players available. Eric Bougarin, who scored for us back in the day. Was it in the Vanarama National League North? It might have even been the Southern League that he scored some goals for us. Unfortunately, he'll never get a work permit, so I can't bring him back. But I am looking at a few different players here. There are a number of players like Oscar Loda, who right now is not interested in coming to us. Oh, sorry about the noise from the neighbours' work. That is horrific. Oh dear. That's right, the worst time. Now, Oscar Loda is a pretty good midfielder or striker. Actually, he's just a striker, isn't he? He's going to probably be released from Norwich. He's not interested right now. I hope he'll be interested once he hasn't got a club anymore. The same with Richie Ashton, who's being released by Liverpool. Much the same with, let's have a look. There is a player being released by Manchester City, Harry Brady, who looks a cracking centre forward at League One level. He looks brilliant. Would love to get him in, but again, I'm waiting for him to be released. We've spoken about Daniel Adu-Ajayi. There are other players like Lautaro Vando. He is leaving Rotherham. If we go down into the attacking midfielders, which is where I really need a really good number 10, Julian Willock is going to be released by Millwall. Again, at the moment, he's not really interested in coming to us. He looks more of a midfielder, to be fair. He's got interest from Crewe. Yeah, there's just a number of good players going out of contract right now. I mean, we've got a lot of names. Actually, there was one there. Keegan North is he's leaving Manchester City. He's been on loan at Reading, and he scored 18 goals in the Championship. He looks absolutely fantastic, but I don't think, with him having interest from Reading and Crystal Palace when his Manchester City contract finishes, I don't think he's really going to be interested in coming to us. So he is one that I would love to get hold of, but I don't think it's realistic. Outside of that, we're looking at scouting Matt Bowles, who's leaving Leicester. Concannon, we know, is now coming in. Max Burns is a possibility. Lacazette Devant is leaving Chelsea. He's another one who looks a fantastic midfielder. Again, we've lost all the scouting information that we had on him, but he is wanted by Villa, Norwich and West Brom. So again, I think it's an unrealistic deal, that one. Just loads and loads of options, loads of players that are going to be out of contract. And yeah, we've really just got to see what happens on the 1st of July when these players find themselves out of contract and without a club. How interested are they possibly going to be in joining us once they haven't got any immediate options? Robert Lavery is another one of those players being released by Aston Villa. Looks a half decent midfielder. Yeah, just a few different options that right now are up in the air as their contracts come to a close. So that's really the whole situation. I'm going to leave it there. We've been going 24 minutes. What is happening with our friend, our young Spanish goalkeeper, who is right now playing in League 2? Where is he gone? Let's have a look. You can see I've got loads of different names here. If we go down to the goalkeepers, where was he? Notts County, Marco Di Benedetto. He is still going out of contract at Notts County. He is now wanted by Porto. And yeah, unfortunately, if I try and sign him on a free, yeah, right now he's not interested in coming to us. I think if Porto are interested in you and you're in League 2, you're probably not going to worry too much about coming to Rushden and Diamonds in League One, are you? So looks like Di Benedetto is going to be the one that got away for now. Maybe in the future when he becomes an Italian international and hopefully we get to the Premier League, he could start to be an option. But yeah, there you go. That's basically where we are. I might also be in for a left back. Carl Drakes is our sub left back, but with Mackenzie leaving, he's no longer a left back option. Drakes, I think, he's a decent enough young left back, but there must be better options out there. So that's where we are. Basically, I'm going to wait for those deals that are on the table to get confirmed, and I will be back at the start of July when we can start to have a look at if there is any interest in coming to Rushden and Diamonds from those players that right now are kind of looking at their options. So that's a bit of a roundup for you. I will be back after the start of July when there's more to confirm. Well, it's not quite the 1st of July yet. It's coming to the end of June, but there are a few things going on, so I thought I'd come back and kind of fill you guys in. We've got this offer from Mansfield for Joaquim Malicio. It looks like a pretty good deal. It's 22.5k up front, 63,000, and then with instalments and different clauses up to 110,000. I think it's a really, really good deal, but I'm not going to accept it. I think Joaquim Malicio is an excellent squad player. I think he's really improved during his time at the club. He can play anywhere in the midfield. He can play the defensive midfielder with that 12 tackling. He can play as a box-to-box midfielder with his stamina, and he can also play as a little bit of a deep-line playmaker if it's needed. I think he's been really good for us since we bought him in from Arsenal. Yeah, I really don't want to let him go, so I'm going to just cancel that or reject that offer. And I'll tell you what's coming into my thinking with that as well, because we've also got a fair bit coming in here. Yeah, we have actually got an incredible offer for one of our players. Edvin Persson, the 19-year-old deep line playmaker, has got some offers in for him at the moment. We have rejected a £1.4 million offer from Blackburn, and that is because after that offer was actually accepted, Sunderland came in with a 1.6 million offer plus a friendly plus 30% of any future fee. So it's just too good to not accept. That is money that is going to guarantee the club's finances for this coming season. He's a player that did really well last season out on loan in the Vanarama National League. Progressed really well, and I was planning to incorporate him into the squad this season, start to give him game time. But a 1.6 million offer, just far too good to turn down. See, he got 10 assists in the Vanarama National League last season, the former Chelsea man. And yeah, I think it's just such a good deal. I'm just waiting for that to go through now. So letting Persson go, I mean, I've got a lot of deep line playmakers, which is good. But letting him go, it does leave us another one short. We've got Mikhail that can come in on the bench there. So I feel like I don't really need a replacement for him, but I don't want to let another one go. So we're waiting for the Edvin Persson deal to be confirmed. Edvin Persson to Sunderland for 1.6 million. And apart from that, unfortunately, the Belarusian right back that we offered a contract to, his work permit was turned down. He was supposedly going to be able to get a work permit if we offered 1,100 a week. We offered that, but it was turned down. So that's £20,000 in the bin, which is a lot of money for a club like ours. So I've now got to start looking for another right back possibility. But that is where we're up to right now. Malicio staying, Persson going, no right back coming in. We need a backup right back. And yeah, we will just have to wait and see what we can get. So I will be back on the 1st of July, as we said, or when the person deal gets confirmed. We'll see what's going on there. Well, just on the search for a right back, I looked through all the potential free transfers on my shortlist. Really couldn't find anybody suitable. So I've just come and had a look at players that are available on loan and interested in coming to us. And I found here Ulfi Dreyer, who is at Huddersfield. They are going up to the Championship, but he is available. And we can't see the full picture here, but what we can see looks really, really good. It looks like he would definitely be more than good enough to be at least our backup right back. So I think I'm going to make a loan offer for Ufi, 1,300 a week. I mean, it's not that cheap, but I mean, it's pretty good. We've got plenty of free wage budget. I'm going to offer him to be a squad player rather than a regular starter. So hopefully Ufi is going to accept that. We'll have to wait and see. He might turn us down just to go and play in the Championship, but we'll see what happens with Ufi. Hopefully that will go through, and then we've got our backup right back sorted for the season. And what I didn't mention as well was also I'm looking at Gary O'Connor from Middlesbrough, Liam Jones. So I've offered these guys trials just to learn a bit more about them, but I think Ufi is going to be the best option. I've also got a loan offer here for Aidan Valentine from Middlesbrough. From Bournemouth. I don't know if I'm going to go through with it. He's really quick, really good dribbler, very determined, can put in a good cross, but I just don't know. I don't know if I need him. I don't know if I need him with Nolan. And if we just compare, let's have a look. We've got obviously Ellis Chapman is our starting left winger. If we compare the two of them, I mean, there's just no comparison. Ellis Chapman, much better technically and mentally, the same physically. If we compare him to Nolan, who would be the other left wing option, where has Nolan gone? There we go, Jack Nolan. Again, Jack Nolan just much better technically and mentally. So, yeah, do I need Aidan Valentine? He was on my shortlist. He came up as available for loan, but I don't know if he'll play enough. So, probably won't go through with that. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, there's my right back situation, hopefully sorted, and that would leave us in July just looking at loan options. I'm also looking for a left back still. Yeah, we're looking for that number 10, that really good creative player. A right winger. I think I'm going to be looking at the loan market for both of those players, and the backup right back. And I'm also looking at a backup left back in place of Carl Drakes. Maybe let Carl Drakes go out on loan. We have had, where is he? I think he might have left on his trial now. We have had a left back from Burnley in on trial. If I go to my shortlist, he should be there. If we look at left backs, we've had a left back in on trial from Burnley. At the moment, a bit like our signing from Charlton last season, Ahmed Usman, here we are. A bit like our signing from Charlton last season. If we want to sign him right now, there's a nearly 700,000 compensation to pay, which obviously we're not, nor can we do. So I'm just waiting for his contract to finish and for him to leave Burnley, and I think he would be a great backup left back for us. If we compare him to Carl Drakes, I mean, there's not that much between them, but Usman is a much better athlete. Physically, he's just much better. Mentally, they're the same. Maybe Drakes is a little bit more balanced mentally. And technically they are the same, but I think that is just Drakes is probably a better defender, but Usman looks a much more well-rounded technical player, much better technique, better first touch, puts in a slightly better cross as well. So I think Ahmed Usman, the 18-year-old, is going to be my choice for the backup left back, and then we'll either move Drakes on or send him out on loan. So yeah, that's kind of where we are right now. Is there anything else I'm forgetting here? Who's on the outs apart from Pearson? Yeah, we've had a lot of interest in Moreno and Eddie Little. I've turned down some really low offers for them, but I think as pre-season goes on, I think we're going to get some big offers for them. And apart from that, I've just got all these green players here in on trial right now. We're going to see if any of them might be able to come into the squad. We had a lot of good players identified on the in our recruitment meeting before pre-season. So hopefully we'll get something out of that as well. But yeah, Eddie Little, he has got a lot of interest from QPR, look. And Moreno has got interest from Barnsley, Ipswich and Rotherham. We have turned down offers for both. No interest in Igor Luiz right now, which is probably good with Pearson going out. It takes the financial pressure off us for this season. But yeah, I am expecting some big bids for Little and Moreno at some point. So we'll see what happens there. Again, I'm going to head forward to the 1st of July and we'll see how things are looking then. Well, here it is then, last day of June, and Edwin Pearson is off to Sunderland for 1.6 million. They haven't offered us any loan back deal, which I'm not too worried about, but it would have been nice to have had the option. I think this is a great deal for a player that wasn't even a first choice starter. He's a player that obviously spent all last season out on loan. He's only played really in the Vanarama National League, so it's massive money. And with that friendly, which I'm going to sort out straight away, and the 30% of any future sale, I think it's a really good deal. So let's get that accepted. And yeah, go on, let's give a parting comment to Edwin Pearson. Alright, off you go, Edwin. Good luck to you, pal. Yep, we've got to give you that opportunity. Do your best, son. Hopefully make us some big money on a future transfer as well. Edwin Pearson, out the door. What else have we got going on here? There is another signing which you may have just seen, but we have also signed a new scout, Zay Sorrell. We have managed to prize him away from Benfica B. He was head scout at Benfica B. We've managed to get hold of him, and yeah, he's coming in for £450 a week, which is a pretty amazing deal. He is absolutely superb at finding players with high potential, and he's obviously got really good knowledge of Portugal, but also excellent knowledge of Brazil. So I see this one as a little bit of an investment in the future. At the moment, I can't afford to send scouts to Brazil, or Portugal for that matter. But I think if we can get up into the Championship and start getting scouting access to mainland Europe, this could be a really invaluable signing. So someone that's going to be great for spotting potential, but also, let's say, just a good scout to have as we go into Europe in the future, hopefully. And that's not the only staff member that we have added to the team. We also have Micah Richards, the man himself. I don't know how he's going to fit this in with all of his TV and radio work, but Micah Richards has joined the coaching staff. So he is great at working with young players. Obviously, we've got a really young squad. Very good mental coach, and he's obviously brilliant at motivating. He's going to have everybody in stitches every day. I'll be honest, he's not my favourite TV pundit. I do like a more serious pundit, to be honest, but I think as an FM coach, he is absolutely superb. Brilliant tactical coach, brilliant defensive coach. And yeah, I think he's a big upgrade on our coaching team. So welcome to AFC Rushden Diamonds, Micah Richards. Swapping your multi-million-pound TV contracts for £425 a week on our coaching staff. I'm sure he's going to be a big addition that's going to really help us progress this season. So that's kind of where we are at the end of the month. We're now looking at just getting over into tomorrow. You can see we've had a few staff members and players get out of contract. Pedro Martinez leaving us, Robbie McKenzie leaving us. Who else is leaving us here? Teddy Sharman Lowe. There you go. We've lost out on a future transfer fee for James Price as he's left Bristol Rovers. Not going to be good enough. The same with Fran Hodgin, who has left Derby. We made a bit of money out of him. Laurent Mavondo is leaving as well, now 21. He's progressed really well, but he's never going to be good enough for us, so he's gone. Mark Mitchell is going to Nottingham Forest, the Tottenham attacking playmaker that we had on loan. And Darius Terralonge is going back to Everton, and he is now out of contract there as well. The other transfer that I forgot to tell you about is that I did actually confirm. We spoke about it right at the start of the episode, but I did actually confirm the signing of, where is he? Daniel Adu Ajayi, the Wigan striker, going out of contract tomorrow. I confirmed that signing. In the end, I just thought it was a really good signing to bring in. Brilliant acceleration, good jumping reach at 6 foot tall, 13 heading. That is something that we don't really have from other players in the squad, apart from House, who hasn't really done it. Brilliant off the ball, really composed, makes decent decisions, really good finishing, decent first touch and dribbling. A really well-rounded striker for League One. I think he's going to give us good competition. Now, through his career, he has never really scored many goals, but I just think it's a really good squad member to come in, the 26-year-old, and if nothing else, he's immediately going to be worth some decent money. So we might be able to move him on and make a profit in the future. So that's where we're up to. All looking pretty good there. It's just about now going over into tomorrow. You can see there we have got Varian and Agipong leaving. Concannon comes in from Aston Villa. Campbell comes in from Arsenal. Fitzgerald, where is he leaving? Was it Newcastle? Was it Leicester? I don't even remember where he's going from. And Adu Ajayi coming in from Wigan. So we've got 4 new players coming in, 2 new players already here. Then we've got our loan deals to sort out. So it's another busy summer, but all going along very nicely. I will be back tomorrow when we'll just welcome these new players and look and see if there are a few loan deals on the horizon. Here we go then, 1st of July, 4 players confirmed. I am very excited about our attacking options for this season. It was that lack of goals, that lack of creativity that cost us last season, cost us a place in the playoffs. I have every confidence that these players here can make a huge difference this season. I think we are going to be a different beast now. I think we've kept the majority of the squad together. That had a good strong season last season, but we've just now added that little X factor, hopefully. Really pleased. Igor Luiz being asked to welcome new players now, which I guess shows his standing in the squad now. The fans seem to be most excited about John Campbell, of course, a striker or right winger. Everybody else has got a C. Where did Tom Fitzgerald come from? I'm going to be sending him out on loan, I think, for this season, but he looks at a really good technical player, a really good technical deep-lying playmaker in from Stoke. There you go. I think we've done really well with these signings. There you go. Samuel Agipong is off to Ghanaian football. Let's add him to the shortlist. He's on 2,900 a week, which, okay, fair play to him. It's a lot more than he was going to get for us. It's probably about 3 times what I offered him. So amazing that in Ghanaian football they can offer him that. But okay, well done, Samuel Agyapong. Thank you for your service. Cork City, who did they get from us? Ethan Varian, there you go, he's gone there. So now there's a couple of things I want to do. We have now got about 1.8 million in the bank from the Pearson sale. So I want to just ask them to improve facilities. I can't ask them to build new first team training facilities or youth facilities right now. As soon as I get that option, I will be asking for that. And I'm going to ask for an under 23s team. I think that's really important for developing players. And I'm going to ask them to expand the scouting range as well. Let's see what they say to that. So a few requests for the board. Now let's get into looking at loan players. I want to look at West Bromwich Albion. Let's have a look at our boy Daly. Let's see how long it is going to take to find West Brom. There you go. Yeah, I definitely haven't got a computer as powerful as some of the popular YouTubers, have I? Let's have a look. Is he going to be in the under 23s, I'm guessing? Let's have a look at West Brom's players here. Now, where is the boy Daly? He's not there. Have they got him in the senior squad? Where on earth has Daly gone? He is in the senior squad. That is very interesting. There you go. I've fully scouted Paul Daly. Look how good he is. 16 acceleration, 14 pace, 16 balance, 15 agility. Absolute physical specimen. 13 off the ball, really, really good. 14 anticipation. Could do with improving his decisions and composure. But then 17 dribbling, 17 first touch, 13 finishing, 15 technique, 10 passing, not bad either. Just a really, really good player. He's now worth up to 11 million. Look, Luton and QPR want to loan him. I'm going to see if I can get in before those championship clubs come in for him. You can't generally knock them down, can you? They want 3,300 a week. Will they accept this? Let's have a look. And they want him played as a central striker as well, which I want to play him on the right. Let's see. Will they accept him to be a right winger? I'm gonna a right-sided inside forward. Will they accept that? They won't. They insist on him being a striker. They accept him being a squad player. They will. So let's put that offer in. 3,300 a week. He would be far and away the highest earner in the squad. But I think he is absolutely worth it. And what I also want to do is I want to go to my shortlist and I want to see if our left back is now available. Let's have a look here. So if we just look now at unattached players, is he there? He is not there. There are. Let's have a look. So he hasn't. No, he's definitely not there. So he hasn't left his club yet. Let's have a look at out of contract, expired. Right, am I missing something here? Is he? So he's not there at all now. All right, that's an interesting one, isn't it? Has he signed a new contract? So I'm still looking for a backup left back. Who have I got on the shortlist who is actually unattached now? Junior Tiencia is a left back who was very, very good in the lower leagues, but probably not going to be good enough for us now. Benny Kotu is very much the same. Could he be a decent enough backup left back? How does he compare to Drake's? Let's have a look. Carl Drake's. Who is the better player here? Benny Koto is the better technically, and then they're the same mentally and physically. So that might not be a bad deal. He's got decent marking and tackling. His passing is okay. Decent long throw. And very, very good crossing, which could obviously be good for the assist. Benny Koto has been playing last season in the Vanarama National League. He has played in League 2 for Oldham, so is League 1 a huge step up for him? How much does Benny Koto want? He wants to be a fringe player, which is absolutely fine. He wants £2,500 a week, which for a fringe player is a lot of money. I don't think I'm going to do that. Jack Ibrahim. No, it looks like a lot of these are players that I put on the shortlist a long time ago. Nick Radcliffe, who of course was with us previously, I don't think he's going to be League 1 standard either. Yeah, I think now if we can get Daly, I think really this this backup left back is really the only outstanding issue that I'm going to have. I'm going to have a look at Tyrone Walker. He has been released by Newcastle. He was on my shortlist, and it looks here as if physically and mentally he looks very, very good, but technically might be a little bit lacking. He's not got very good technique or passing by the looks of it, but his tackling is very good. So I'm going to have a better look at Tyrone Walker, see if he could be our backup left back. But I think all in all, I think the team is looking very, very good right now. Let's have a look. If I go back to tactics, so how do the new players that have come in affect the team here? Right now our number 10 could be, I mean, it's not giving me, actually, yeah, if I look at rollability, it's Concannon is one of the better options there. So I'm seeing him as the attacking midfielder right now until we get someone more suitable in. John Campbell is going to come in there as the he would actually play, I think, be much better suited as an inside forward. It says here he's actually best role as a winger on support. I think I look at him more as an attacking inside forward with those striker's instincts that he's got. Who else have we got here? So Martinez and McKenzie are out of contract, so I'm going to let them leave. So let's set for release. Release on a free. Goodbye Pablo Martinez. Great player for us in the National Conference League, but same thing with McKenzie. Release him on a free. Adu Ajayi, I'm going to move into a place on the bench there. I think we look very, very strong now. Everybody else out of the squad there, apart from Jordan Rossiter and Tyler Smith, they are all also Brian Byrne, who is someone that we are going to look to loan out this season. I look at him as a very similar player to Person, actually. Maybe could be another one that we can sell on in a year's time. Dowling is going to leave. His contract is up pretty soon, I think. No, he's actually got another year. That's surprising. Okay, well, I'm definitely going to offer Dowling out. Let's see if we can maybe get... I'm going to start for $500,000, see if we can maybe get $500,000 for him. I don't think there'll be any takers for that. I think if we get 100,000 for him, we'll be very, very lucky. But we'll see what happens with Dowling. And that aside, Tyler Smith. Could I maybe get 200,000 for Tyler Smith? Do you know what? I'm going to go 180. Let's see if there's any takers on him for 180. Again, I don't think there's going to be anyone biting. If we can maybe get 50,000 for him, that'd be pretty good. Yeah, we are just, in terms of transfers now, on the ins, we're just waiting for Ufi Dreyer and Paul Daly then. If they both come in, I see Paul Daly playing on the right there, and I'll have to give him some starts as the striker, just to keep his parent club pleased. and Ufe would come in as the right back there. So yeah, there you go. We'll look and see what happens with the left back, if Tyler Walker is possibly the backup left back that we're looking for. And if I go back to my shortlist, because this is bugging me now, if I just look at any left backs, it was Usman, wasn't it? I believe that's his surname. Let's have a look. Where is, in my huge list of left backs that I've got here, where is Usman? So we've actually even got nearly £1 million to spend now, which, I mean, that could be huge as well, couldn't it? Just the possibility of spending £1 million on a player in League One. Right, where on earth has Usman gone? I do not see him anywhere. I guess I could have just put this in alphabetical order to try and find him. Ryan Galvin, who is he? So there's Usman at Burnley. He has signed a new contract. What a shame. Could we get him in on loan? We could, but they want 2,000 a week. That is a really big commitment for a backup left back. So I'm going to look at other options for the backup left back now. Let's have a look at where was Galvin. I've completely lost him now. There's Ryan Galvin. How good is Ryan Galvin? Where did I put him on the shortlist from? Yeah, he doesn't look the greatest. He's just been released by Wigan. Played 5 games in the Championship. Let's get him on trial as well. I mean, again, depending on how these technical ranges turn out, he could be half decent. He could have good tackling, good marking, good passing, good crossing and dribbling. Equally, he could be very average. So we'll get him in on trial and see what Ryan Galvin looks like. But there you go. That's where we are right now. I am going to leave it there. And really now, it is just, do you know what I will do actually? There you go. We've got nearly £1 million in the transfer budget. We are still 13,000 over on or under our wage budget. So, I mean, we are very, very comfortable. We are very comfortable financially right now. And we've also had some more offers for Little and Moreno. Little is a little bit upset with me. He wanted a 1.5 million value. We were offered, I think, about 200,000. He wanted a 1.5 million value. I tried to push it to 1.6. And unfortunately, he got a bit upset about that. I think 1.5 probably was fair. But we'll see what happens with them through the transfer window. Now, let's just have a look here at players who are interested in a transfer to us. Let's have a look, sorting them by high value. What is the highest value player who is interested in coming to us? So the Sunderland goalkeeper Nicholas Cottrell that I've been looking at, he wouldn't really be anyone that would interest me. John Kite of Plymouth, worth between $500,000 and £5 million. How good is he? He is very average, isn't he? He's, apart from his pace and acceleration, he's no better than some of the forward players we've got right now. Tommy Manley is a midfielder that I've been looking at as well. Again, I think we've got players that are his equal or better. There's really no one there available for money who's immediately jumping out at me. Carl Dennis, defensive midfielder. Again, I think we've got players who are his equal or is better. So I think the free transfer strategy is worth continuing with at the moment. There's really no players there jumping out at me that we absolutely have to get. Shane O'Connell looks like he's got a bit about him, but again, nothing particularly special that would make me think I have to try and get him. Let's scout Andy Townsend, the reincarnation of Andy Townsend. Again, I'm pretty sure I've looked at him before and he is a pretty average player as well. So I don't really see the need to actually spend money. Looking at what's available, I think we're pretty much fine as we are. Let's have a look. What is Sammy Clark like? Again, very average. So I think we're good. I think the idea of spending money is really not necessary. I am going to continue on, see if we can get Daly's loan confirmed and tied up. That would be absolutely awesome. Can we get that left back in and the right back in? And then apart from an attacking midfielder perhaps better than Concannon, I think we're looking pretty good. So let's see what happens. Let's see if we can move some of those sales, some of those players on in the sales. I need to set up training as well, actually. I forgot to do that, so I will get onto that now. I will be back to let you know if we can just get those last couple of places confirmed up. Daly's loan hopefully will go through, the 2 backup fullbacks, and then I think we are pretty much set for a very good season unless we end up selling some of those high value players. I will be back when there is anything more to tell. Let's get Walker in on his trial, see how good he is, and the same with Galvin. I will be back when there is more to tell. Catch up with you in a little bit. 5th of July, Ulf Drafer coming in on loan from Huddersfield. Great to have that one tied up. That is our backup fullback, backup right back, but I think he is going to be good enough to really threaten Igor Luiz's place as the starting right back. Really, really pleased with that one. 25-year-old Dane. All we are waiting on now, I did offer a contract to a central midfielder. A central midfielder I tried to get in a few seasons ago, and he turned us down back then. He's turned us down again, Dan Lafferty. I've offered a contract to Harry Brady, who is an Australian striker released from Manchester City. It's going to be a big one. It's going to be nearly £4,000 a week, but with Sheffield United and Derby being interested, I don't think we're going to get hold of him. So really all I'm waiting on now is just the Paul Daly deal. I think if we get Paul Daly confirmed, as far as I'm aware, he hasn't had any other bids. There you go. Can I get on this? Oh my goodness. There you go. Yeah, no one else has bid for him just yet. QPR and Luton are both interested, but no one else has bid for him. So I'm hoping to get that one tied up very, very soon before anybody else makes a bid. And if that one gets confirmed, aside from the backup left back, I think we will be just about done. And it is still right at the start of pre-season. So I think I've got all my business done really, really early. I think once I've got that left back tied up and hopefully Daly confirmed, then I will just be going on through pre-season. If nothing happens with Little or Moreno, I think we are good to go for the season. Obviously, if something else does come up, I will inform you about it when it happens, or just let you know at the start of the next episode when we kick off season 11. So let's see what happens with Daly. I will be back when I can tell you more. Well, another small one. Tyler Smith goes out on loan to Doncaster. 80% of his wages plus that monthly fee, which basically covers all of his wages. So good to get him off the books. He didn't really work out. We've got a lot of new forwards in. There is no way he was going to play. So Tyler Smith moves on. And in terms of other outs, we're just waiting on Anthony Dowling to decide between these 4 clubs. Again, covering all of his wages. Yeah, 21-year-old right back in the last year of his contract. He's not good enough for League One. So again, just good to get him off the books, really. And that aside, I offered Ben House out on loan. He doesn't want to go because he's not long signed a new contract. Nobody is interested in him because he doesn't want to go. So he is hanging around. That's a bit disappointing. He's not really going to play. You can see that really I've got my whole squad really pretty much filled out now. That's the way I'm looking at the starting 11. I haven't been able to find an attacking midfielder better than Concannon. So it looks like he is probably going to start the season as the number 10 there. We've got, again, another few options that can play that number 10 role as well. So we'll see what happens there. But that's the plan for Adam Concannon at the moment. That would probably be my only starting player that I've got my doubts about. I think all the other starting players are pretty much nailed on. And then on the bench, Uf Dreyer comes in as the right back. I've still got to look at that left back replacement for Carl Drakes. And we're just looking at the Paul Daly loan. Will he accept and come to us? That aside, I think everything is pretty well decided for the season right now. I'm kind of content with the way things are looking. If nothing else changes, I think I'm kind of happy to go into the season as it is. There you go. I knew this transfer window was just going too smoothly. Paul Daly has rejected us. I'm gutted about that. I am absolutely gutted. Who else do I have on my shortlist that can maybe play as the right winger for us? Let's see what other options we've got here. Let's get off these right backs and let's have a look and see what other options there might be. Let's have a look. Things still running very, very slowly. Alright, let's leave it there. Who have we got? What is Graham Swales like at Bristol City? Right, so let's get him scouted. That has really put a spanner in the works. I really felt like that was the last piece of the jigsaw, really. Now, Simon Power, I think, is available. 33 years old. I don't think I want to go down that route. Who else have we got here? I mean, right, what am I searching here? Is this all the right wingers that I've got on my shortlist? This seems like a very, very small list. And only one player from the Championship. Yeah, I really don't know what to do here. What is Billy Seymour at AFC Wimbledon like? Again, he looks pretty average, doesn't he? That really has messed me up. I think I am now going to have to get down to looking through all the Premier League and Championship under-23s and just see who else I can find. That's why it's so small, because I'm only looking at players who are interested in a loan. There you go. Now there's a lot more players come up, but obviously the fact that they didn't come up before means they're probably not interested in coming. So we've got Charlie Osborne at Everton, Melvin Myers at West Brom. What is he like? Again, a lot of these players look like they could be a little bit on the average side, don't they? Oh, how frustrating. What is, I'm not even going to try and say that, Jaden at Portsmouth. Yeah, he is going to want too much money. He's on nearly 10,000 a week. Let's have a look. So last season, Chris Rice, I think we had a look at him. Did he go out on loan anywhere last season? So he went on loan to Cardiff in the end. Played 5 games. Would have been relegated with Cardiff. He's 15 pace, 15 acceleration, 12 first touch, good dribbler, decent crosser, 14 passing. Is he a decent candidate? They're not willing to let him leave on loan. Yeah, this was just all going so smoothly, wasn't it? He is listed. How much do they want for him? They want 325,000. I'm just going to make an inquiry. I'm going to see if I can get that down somewhat. And I'm just going to fully scout him as well, just to see exactly what we're looking at. Is it worth me spending some of that money that we've got? We've got nearly 2 million in the bank. What's George Kane at Rotherham like? Again, from what we can see there, he looks kind of average, doesn't he? How frustrating. I really feel like Paul Daly was that next level player that would have just really put us onto a totally different level. James Scott at Hull. Again, he looks kind of average. Oh dear. Well, there you go. So I've got some work to do to look through these players. Nigel Charnock at Blackburn. What is he like? Again, looks pretty average overall. Let's have a look. Danny Doherty at Bristol City. What's he got going for him? Is he out of contract? He is out of contract. Very, very quick. Puts in a good cross. I think I'm going to offer him a trial just to see exactly what he is like. I mean, he could be a decent option, the 23-year-old. He's decent off the ball. He's determined. The rest of his mentals look like they're going to be pretty average. But he is absolutely grease lightning. And at the very least, he can put a cross in. He can dribble. I mean, he's got 10 long shots, 10 passing. He might not be a bad option. So let's see what Danny Doherty comes out at. Yeah, I think I've got, well, I mean, at the very least, I've got a lot of options here. What's Ali Davidson like at Liverpool? Let's have a look. 20 years old. Let's just get, again, there you go, as I forget to put my phone on silent. Let's get a little bit more idea of what Ali Davidson is like at Liverpool. Yeah, this is Michael Gianola, I think, is far too good for us. Yeah, he's on £57,000 a week. There's no way he's coming to us. We're going to have a good look through these. I'm going to have to really see who else might be available. Khalil Beckford, I think, has just gone to QPR. Is he available for loan? I don't think he is. No, he's not. God, what an annoying turn of events. I really thought the fact that Paul Daly played last season in League 2 with Crewe, I thought that would have been an easy one. Stepping up a league, I thought that might have been an easy one to get done, but it has not proven that way. Very, very frustrating. Louis Ward, what is he like at Wigan? Again, he's very average. Yeah, I think I am going to have to really get into looking at the under-23 squads at the big clubs to see what other options there are. I think for now I'm going to leave it there. I think we've done enough on this episode. I think we've got pretty much to the point where the team is decided. I think we just need to look and see if I can find that winger who is better than John Campbell. I think he's good. I think he's a good League One player, but I really wanted just a next level right winger, somebody who's probably above League One level, just to really push us over the edge. In terms of the left backs we've been looking at, there's Ryan Galvin. He looks actually very, very good. He looks a really good option as the backup left back. Let's just compare him to Drake's. They are the same technically. He's not as good as Drake's mentally, but I like the way he looks mentally. I don't think he looks bad. Maybe could do with a little bit more defensive positioning. Yeah, I think Drake certainly beats him mentally, but then he is much, much better physically than Drake's, a much better athlete. How much does Ryan Galvin want? I think he looks like a good solid option to be the backup. Let's offer him as an impact sub. He doesn't want anything else. Could be easy. He does want 2,000 a week still. What can we get him down to? Will he get down to 1.6? Let's try. I mean, £1,000 appearance fee is a lot as well. That seems like a lot to me. Yeah, 1.9. Let's just come out of there for a second. So we've got Galvin. What does Walker look like? I mean, Walker, he looks a lot worse, doesn't he? He doesn't look better than Drake, even if he is only 18. He doesn't look better than Drake. And Godfred Issa, I think, he's He is an attacking left winger that I'm looking at on trial. So again, he's not an option there. We might have to stick with Drake's. Yeah, this is a lot more than really I wanted to spend on a backup left back. Let's see, 1-7. Let's see what we can knock him down to here. 250 clean sheet bonus. Well, he's accepted that. I'm going to finalise it, but I might cancel that. Just that £925 appearance fee really doesn't impress me, even though we've easily got that money available to us. Is he that much of an upgrade on Drake's? I mean, 1,700 a week, and how much is Drake's earning here? Let's have a look at Carl Drake's wage. I mean, he's only on 350. Can I really justify 1,350 more on the wage budget just for that little bit of an upgrade? That seems like a lot to me. Yeah, I'll have to think about that one. So we've still got the backup left back to really confirm. I think I'm going to look and see what other left backs might be available on loan. And yeah, I really want to find that right winger. My other right wing options here on the bench, of course, are Mikhail, Joe Evans and Jack Nolan. Donaldson can play right wing as well if Adu Adeji was, or Adu Ajayi, yeah, I think I'm saying it right. If he was to play as the striker, Donaldson can play on the right wing. We've got a few different options there. Let's see how the rest of pre-season goes. Alright, well, just a little bonus for you. I wasn't planning to come back before the next episode, but I've just been working hard just to try and get the players in, and we are about to sign on loan from Burnley, Mario Kakiao. Would that be the way to say it? Kakiao? I'm going to say Kakiao. He's £825 a week. He's not costing us a lot. He is a right winger, and I think he is one of the most un-Burnley players I've ever seen. As you can see, I'm taking a little bit of a punt on him. He's a little bit of a box of chocolates signing. But I'm happy that from what we can see, he is going to be more than good enough for what we want. As a right winger, or can play as a striker, you can see he's good at dribbling. He's got a great first touch, great finishing, great passing. He's got a decent long shot as well. I think he just ticks all the boxes we want for a right inside forward. He's got enough pace, he looks decent mentally, a very good leader, loads of flair. We need that creativity in the team combined with that passing, and it looks like decent vision as well. I think this is a great signing to get in, and that just really rounds off my attack. And apart from Mr. Cacao, the Colombian, we have also signed a backup left back, so I feel like I've got my squad completely rounded off now. I feel like I've done all the business I wanted to do during this transfer window, and yeah, I think we are really ready now to get into this season. Let's have a look at him and let's just see. Now we get the full picture. He's great, isn't he? 13 passing, 11 penalty taking. He's going to be the penalty taker. 12 long shots is great. 13 finishing. Good composure, good decisions, good off the ball. Brilliant flair. He's maybe not the quickest. Maybe that's where we're losing out a little bit. 12 pace, 10 acceleration. Maybe not the quickest, but I think this is a fantastic player. You can see Burnley have just bought him a couple of years ago from Atlético Nacional in Colombia. Had a loan in League One last season. Maybe wasn't the greatest of loan spells, but he's still only 20, still developing. I'm really happy with this. I think this is a great signing, and I'm going to put him straight into the squad. Where are you, Mario? In there for Ben House. Ben House still doesn't want to go out on loan anywhere, but I'm going to put him on the bench to start with, because I tell you what, Our friend John Campbell, the free signing from Arsenal, he's been great in pre-season so far. 3 goals in 3 games. We have just beaten Sunderland 3-0. The team relegated from the Premier League, a great result, and John Campbell got 2 of those goals. I've given him the number 10 shirt, but I think with Mario and John Campbell now, we've got 2 superb right-wing options. And I also bought in, on loan from Birmingham, Kim Dong-jong. He is going to be our backup left back. He looks a fantastic young left back as well. Great first touch, great passing and tackling and marking, 13 defensive positioning, 14 concentration, 14 anticipation. Really, really good defender. I think he's going to give us great competition at left back. I just think we've done really, really well. Where does all this leave us at the end of the transfer window? Donaldson, by the way, Ryan Donaldson is one of the bookies' favourites for top scorer in League One this season. So I just feel like we've done everything right. We've addressed every area. If we look at the season preview, I'm guessing we're not going to have anybody in the Media Dream 11. We don't. But we are predicted to finish 15th. And bearing in mind last season we were predicted to finish 23rd, we came 8th. So we are 8 places above where we were predicted last season. If we can finish 8 places above, that would be absolutely fantastic. So I am super, super happy. This is a great looking squad. We'll talk more about it in the next episode when we start season 11. The only thing that is up in the air right now is Eddie Little is wanted by QPR, and he's very unhappy because he thinks his asking price is far too much. That might be the only situation we have to resolve. But I think we are looking really, really good for this season. I'm really, really hopeful that we can have a real chance of that automatic promotions, or one of those automatic promotion spots. So yeah, I'll see you back here for the first day of the new season, but I am feeling very, very positive as things stand. See you very soon.